Today, we rebuild Birmingham City. It's safe to say Birmingham City have had a pretty lacklustre season this time, finishing 20th in the Championship. And after what feels like an army of you guys requesting Birmingham City, it's about god time I did them. If you guys go on to enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like, smash the hell out of that subscribe button, turn that notification bell so you never miss a video I upload. We are currently on the road to 5,000 subscribers and the like goal, as always, is 300. If we can hit 300, I'd be incredibly grateful. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have yet to see one of my rebuild videos before, here are the rules. The main objective of this rebuild is to win the Champions League. I can make any transfers that I want, making it as realistic as possible. All games have to be simulated, but the Champions League final has to be played. Now that you know how this works, strap yourselves in and enjoy the video. We do begin our journey with Birmingham City with just over £6 million. And after a quick look at this team, there's a couple of talents in this side that I would like to try and improve as much as I can this season. Obviously, we do have a couple of loan players like Mengi and Chong from Manchester United. But if I'm going to be honest, I think the first season's objective isn't to finish in the top 6, not to finish in the top 10, not even to avoid relegation or anything like that. We have to sort this team out. And our first step in doing that, we are going to utilise our youth academy in this rebuild. We've got the likes of Milos Martinet, we've got Kyle Lavery, and we've also got Jackson Bradshaw, all in the youth academy with pretty decent potentials. Bradshaw will definitely be going straight into the starting 11. The other two I will be putting into the senior squad and then loaning them out straight away. And we do begin our transfer window by bringing in Jay De Silva away from Bristol City for just over 2.5 million. We have also just sold Mark Roberts for just over 1.1 million. We have also just loaned out Taylor Richards for a year. And we have secured yet another very decent player for the team. We brought in Ben Cabango away from Swansea City for 3.7 million. And we are about to recall Fran Villalba away from his loan. And we have just gone and sold Lucas for 660,000. We have also just sent out our youth academy prospect Kyle Lavery out on a 2-year loan move. And that is the end of that transfer window, with the team looking like this going into our very first season with Birmingham City. And to be fair, we aren't going to get promotion for at least 2 seasons. We need to work on this team from the ground up. Don't get me wrong, it's a decent start. All the players in that starting 11, apart from Bradshaw, are over 70 rated. However, if we want to be serious about getting into the Premier League, we need this starting 11 to have at least 79 to 80 rated players in every single position. But by the end of this season, I'm not looking for anything extravagant to happen. I'm just looking for growth. Well, I did say we'd find this pretty difficult. We come to the midway point this season with ourselves being 18th in the Championship. I think realistically speaking, as I have said in this rebuild already, the first season's objective has to be growth. If we can get everybody's overalls grown by 2 or 3 at least by the end of this season, I'll consider this a massive success. And what's most likely going to be our only transfer in this transfer window, we have brought in the English goalkeeper Jack Butland away from Palace for just under £2 million. And this is how the team is looking after that transfer window has come to an end. It's looking a hell of a lot better than it did at the beginning of this season. That is one good thing about this. Obviously, we won't have Chong there next season, but I've got a feeling that our youth academy player who is out on loan right now will go straight into that position next season. I would like Bradshaw to improve a little bit more by the end of this season, maybe to get to that 70 rated overall. But in fairness, they have grown a lot higher than I actually anticipated, so this for me is a massive dub. Hopefully by the end of this season we can pick up a little bit of form and we can continue to improve as we have done. So we have ended this season in the Championship 17th place. It's not a bad start to the rebuild, I must admit. 17th place is a good benchmark to start from. Next season we'll be looking at top 10. Meanwhile, it was Everton who won the FA Cup, beating bloody United to do it. This season truly is the season for upsets and finals. West Ham United beat Liverpool to win the Carabao Cup. Granada won the Europa Conference League. Atletico Madrid won the Europa League. And it was Manchester City who won the Champions League. Stats wise, we were very poor this season. Villalba and Bacuna were the best players when it comes to stats. They got 13 goals and 7 assists for Villalba, and Bacuna got 11 goals and 5 assists for himself. The striker, nowhere to be seen. Don't know what the hell was going on with him. He literally played 4 games. No wonder he didn't improve. But in terms of improvement, Milos Martinek has gone up to 69 rated. What a freaking boy he is. We've got Kyle Lavery going up to 66 rated. Richards going up to 69. 99 rated. So realistically speaking, we have accomplished our goal for this season. We wanted the team to grow on and off the pitch, and they have done. So season 2 is definitely the season where we want to be able to find success. So we begin season 2 with just over 9 million. And as you can see, we've got Bradshaw, we've got Martinet, we've got Villalba and Bella all in our front four. I think for now, I'm going to leave the front four alone just to see if they can improve it any more than they have done already. I think the next place I'm going to be looking to improve will be the centre-back or the right-back position. Cabango and also De Silva are growing quite nicely, so I'm going to leave them parallel for now. But Pedersen and Colin, I will be looking to improve them. We have started this transfer window by selling Ryan Woods on for 1.35 million. We've also just sent Taylor Richards out once again on a 1-year loan deal, and also just sold Neil Etheridge for 750,000. And after a lot of searching, we have finally found our centre-back. We have brought in Mickey van der Ven for just 4.5 million. And we have also found our right-back in Jamie Shackleton from Leeds United for just over 4.1 million. Meanwhile, we have just sold Maxime Collin for 1.75 million. And we have brought in Jamal Blackman on a free to be our second choice keeper. And we have gone and sold Ivan Sanchez for just under 3 million. And after that transfer window, this is how the team is currently lining up for season 2. And I must admit, it's actually looking a hell of a lot better than it was this time last season. Bradshaw and Martinek, I've got no doubt in my mind that they'll grow about 3 or 4 this season at least. This back four, I've got very high hopes for. The keeper, not so much. Butland, he is 29 years old. I reckon he'll go to about 75, but that's about it. But this season, I think we may actually have a shot at creeping into the playoffs. So we have arrived at the midway point this season, and we are doing far better now. We are doing far better this season. We are smack bang mid-table, 12th place. In fairness, we aren't actually that far off the top 6. There's only 8 points that separates ourselves from 6th place QPR. Literally anything can happen in that second half of the season. And to begin this transfer window, we have just agreed a pre-contract agreement with Trezeguet. He will join us at the beginning of season 3. We have also just made the sale of Scott Hogan for 1.35 million. We have also just secured the signing of Jorge Morel for 7 million. Meanwhile, we have just sent out Odin Bailey on a short-term loan deal. We have also just made the sale of Gary Gardner for 1.1 million. And that is the transfer window done and dusted, with the team looking like this going into the second half of this season. I genuinely think we can creep into the playoffs. With this team, with how our morale is looking, with how our form's looking, we've got every chance of it. Obviously, if we don't, I wouldn't be too bothered, but that would mean that next season I want promotion no matter what. What did I tell you? I told you we would creep into the playoffs. I told you it was not quite out of our reach. Brentford and Crystal Palace did get promoted automatically. In the playoffs, it's between QPR, Norwich, ourselves and Swansea City. And we are in the final after beating Norwich 5-4 on aggregate, 3-1 in the second leg. QPR did beat Swansea City as well, so it is ourselves versus QPR in the final. Now the question is, are we remaining in the Championship for one more season at least, or are we promoted? Oh my god, we've actually done it. We have actually gone and done it in the second season. And in my opinion, I don't even think our team's that good yet, so we've got a challenging half in season 3. But it is ourselves, Brentford and Palace into the Premier League once again. Meanwhile, Chelsea won the FA Cup. Manchester United went on to win the Carabao Cup. Royal Antwerp won the Conference League. Chelsea won the Europa League. And this time it was PSG beating the Bottle Jobs to win the Champions League. Juninho Bacunia's stats are genuinely mesmerising. For a centre midfielder, he bagged himself 35 goals in 10 assists this season. That's got to be the best individual season I've ever seen on this rebuild series. That is absolutely crazy. Just to put into perspective how nuts Bacunia's stats actually are this season, you can combine Villalba, Balla and Bradshaw's stats all together and it only just beats Bacunia's stats. What a goddamn season. At the midway point, we're smack bang mid-table. At the end of the season, we're promoted to the Premier League after winning the playoffs against freaking QPR. Here comes the real challenge though. We're in the big boy league now. In the Premier League, I'm hoping we can have a little bit more money to work with than we have done in the previous 2 seasons. That way, we may stand a chance of surviving. So our first season in the Premier League, we begin with just over 41 million. Now, Trezeguet has arrived. Obviously, we did sign him on a pre-contract agreement. He is slotted straight into that starting 11. A pretty goddamn decent addition to the team as well, if you ask me. But the one thing I want to make sure we have got going into this season is a very good keeper. Butland, fair play, he's good for the Championship, but when it comes to the Premier League, we need a better keeper. Once that that's sorted, I think we're going to go for a new left back as well. So we have begun this transfer window by bringing in the Greek goalkeeper Odysseus Vlachodimos for 25 million on the dot. Now, if I've butchered his pronunciation of the name, I really do apologise. Now, when I was looking for a left back, I didn't really want to go for someone young because they'd be dead expensive. So for this position, I thought to myself, let's go for someone a little bit more experienced. Juan Beñat came to mind, so I was looking for him, and lo and behold, he is a free agent, so we have just bought Juan Beñat for absolutely nothing. Meanwhile, we have just done a trifecta of sales, starting with Simmons for 540,000. We have loaned out Taylor Richard for 2 years, as well as Kyle Lavery. We have also just sold Jordan Graham for 1.65 million, and we have managed to bring in a very goddamn good player into the starting 11 itself. Leandro Pereira has come away from PSG for 18.3 million, and we have once again sent out Odin Bailey for a 2-year loan deal. And this is how the team is looking going into the second half of this season. I must admit, I think we're going to struggle this season. Obviously, we got some quality in the team. We got the likes of Villalba, Paredes, Bacuna, but there's definitely spots in this team that definitely need to improve by the end of this season, beginning with the back four. But I've got no doubt in my mind that these three in particular, Shackleton, Cabango and Van de Ven, will definitely improve. I'm not too sure about Beñat. He's definitely one of the older players in this team now, so if he does improve, it will be a blessing in disguise. I haven't really got many hopes for Trezeguet to improve, but him being in the team is definitely added to the quality. But realistically speaking, we are in for a rough ride in our first season in the Premier League. I've got to admit, we're doing better than I thought we're doing. We are currently 14th in the Premier League at the midway point this season. We are certainly holding our own against the big boys. And I'm willing to bet that half of the team have massively improved over the course of half of the season. So by the end of this season, I'm hoping that most of our players are in the 80 overall or above. Meanwhile, we did decide to let go of Ivan Sunjic for just over 3.6 million. Meanwhile, we have also just sold Jamal Blackman for 1.1 million. We have also just sold Jay Da Silva for 6.7 million. And after that transfer window, this is how we got the team lining up. And as I've already said, just from looking at how we're doing this season, I could tell half of our players have massively improved. And I wasn't wrong either. Van de Ven, Cabango, Shackleton, Martinet, Bradshaw, they've all actually gone up. Even Beñat's gone up and he's 30 years old. It's actually been a very positive start to life in the Premier League, and I must admit, I reckon we can creep into the top 10 just going off how much we've improved. And look at the morale as well. Everybody's dead happy apart from Van de Ven, who needs to get a grip of himself. But like I said, if we could squeeze ourselves into the top 10, I'd be freaking delirious with that. Unfortunately, we weren't able to creep into the top 10. We did remain pretty much, if I'm not mistaken, exactly where we were at the midway point this season. We finished 14th in the league. When you consider, though, the fact that we only got promoted to the Premier League last season, we're in a very respectable position. The only thing I'm hoping for right now is at the end of every single season in the Premier League, we can keep improving on our finishing position. Meanwhile, it was Liverpool who won the FA Cup. Man City absolutely decimated Leicester to win the Carabao Cup. Lyon won the Conference League, Barcelona won the Europa League, and Manchester City won the Champions League. Bacuna, man, this guy is on another level. 2 seasons in a row from a centre midfielder position. He is our top goal scorer with 16 goals and 5 assists. Man, I swear to God, if I can keep this guy till the very end of this rebuild, when we get into the Champions League eventually, I will be delighted with that. He freaking deserves it. Villalba once again getting into the top 3, 13 goals, 9 assists. He went up to 84 rated this season. Jesus Christ. We got Jackson Bradshaw 80 rated at the end of this season with 12 goals, 1 assist. Milos Martinet gone up to 81 rated. That guy's going to be pretty decent. 7 goals, 3 assists. I'm hoping that next season, these pair especially can get more goals and assists because their overalls, I reckon, are going to go quite high next season. But all things considered, we maintained a very respectable position at the end of this season. We finished 14th. Pretty decent stuff. I'm hoping for more improvement as every season goes on. So we start this season with a little less money than last season. We begin with just under 38 million. Now, if you guys watch my rebuilds and you've watched quite a few of them, you will know that when it comes to improving the team between 2 positions, I will always go for the defence first. A solid defence is better than a good attack. And that's why I'm thinking of bringing in another centre-back for Cabango, because obviously he did start off really well for us when we first brought him in. He improved left, right and centre. But Van de Ven has taken over him in overall and he's improving left, right and centre himself. Cabango has slowed down and improving. That's why I think it's about time I brought in another centre-back. And once we've done that, we will be looking to bring in another winger. I'll be honest, I can't believe I've just signed this guy. We have just brought in Harry Maguire Maguire of all freaking players for 23 million, and I still feel like I've been robbed. We have also just brought in Leno on a free for a little squad depth for that goalkeeping position. Okay guys, this one is a little bit of a madness. Fran Villalba has gone to Dortmund for 15.1 million in a swap deal that included us getting Giovanni Reyna. We have just had the bargain of the century. We have also just made the sale of Juan Vignat for 17.6 million. And replacing Juan Vignat, we have brought in Alex Telles for 15 million. And on top of that, we have brought back Tahith Chong to Birmingham City for 21 million. And with that transfer window coming to a close, this is how the team is currently lining up for our season in the Premier League this time. And I must admit, there's a lot of improvement that's happened over the course of one season. I know a lot of you thinking, why have I brought Maguire? I mean, I haven't bought him yet, and I thought, why the hell not? He can do a job on FIFA at least. Realistically speaking, there's no more weak links in this team. I guarantee you right now we're getting a top 10 finish by the end of the season. We are in a good position now. We are definitely in contention for European football for next season. We come to the midway point and we are 6th in the league, exactly where I want us to be. I mean, after all, I did say top 10, but I'll definitely take top 6. And we do begin this transfer window by letting go of Odysseus Vlachodimos for 32 million. And in his place, we have managed to find a pretty suitable replacement in Kepa for 31.7 million. And this is how the team looks after that transfer window has come to an end. There's so much improvement that's happened amongst this team, man. Every single player is above 80 rated. And I'm not going to lie, I'm still in a little bit of disbelief that we have got Reyna in our team. That deal with Dortmund was just pure perfection on my part. And I think the way we're going, we're definitely in contention for European football for next season, which is a humongous step in the right direction. And also, if we do get it, we will have so much more money to play with next season. Well, at the end of this season, we are officially in the top 6, which is absolutely insane. I'm so goddamn happy with this. I said at the beginning of the season, I'd be happy with top 10, and I was absolutely okay with a top 10 finish. Now that we've actually got top 6, I realise now how much I was underestimating how good our team was. We can do so much more than top 10, and we proved it this season. Next season, however, we are making the jump to the Champions League. There's no exception on that. Meanwhile, it was Liverpool who won the FA Cup, Chelsea won the Carabao Cup, Porto won the Conference League. Yeah, no. And Dortmund won the Champions League. Can't lie, I'm still in a little bit of shock at the fact that we've got Giovanni Reyna in our team, especially under the circumstances of which we got him in a freaking swap deal. And he was the top goal scorer at the end of it, scoring 17 goals and 9 assists. We got Martinek here, 14 goals, 9 assists, 85 rated now as well. Jackson Bradshaw, 84 rated, getting himself 11 goals. That's still pretty poor from them two, in fairness. I'm expecting so much more from these pair next season. If not, then I don't care what their overall is, they're getting out the club. Just to put it into perspective as well, Alex Telles is a fullback and he scored 4 less than Bradshaw and had only 1 goal contribution less than Bradshaw. He's a fullback in doing that. But nevertheless, we have improved upon last season's finish. We finished in the top 6, so hopefully next season we can just keep improving on top of this as well. So this season we begin with just under 60 million. I think where we do need to improve a little bit further on is this left midfielder position. Obviously Chong didn't really get much of a chance to prove himself before he got himself injured, but nevertheless, in comparison to Reyna, Martinek and Bradshaw, Chong is definitely the weak link in the front four. I think what I'm going to do as well, I'm going to leave these pair alone. These pair have proven to be quite the good partnership. We are also going to look for another centre-back. Van de Ven, don't get me wrong, he's been incredible since he signed for us. 80 rated at 24 years old. He can still improve quite a bit, but I think we can get a veteran in his place, a couple of overalls higher than him, who can do the job for this next season. And like I just said, we were looking for a veteran to fill that void for just this season or the season after, depending on the circumstances, and we have found Steven Savage on a free. We have also brought in Mattia Perrin on a free as well. Meanwhile, we have just gone and sold Bird Leonard for 8.7 million, and we've also just let go of Jack Butland for 2.65 million. And we have found our winger, Javier Puedo. We have brought him over from West Ham United for 55.5 million. We have also just let go of Tahith Chong for 24.7 million. Meanwhile, we have just sold Ryan Sturck for 1.1 million, and we have also just got and sold Harry Maguire for 30 million on the dot. Tell me I aren't good at freaking business in this game. And for only 10 million more than what we sold Harry Maguire for, we got somebody better and younger in Robin Lenormand. We brought him from Chelsea for 40 million on the dot. And after that transfer window, this is how we have got our team lined up for this season. Our first season in European football as well. And let me tell you something, I can't freaking wait to get started. I have decided to put Van de Ven back into the team this season, as hasn't even begun properly yet and he's already improved to 81 rated, so I'm going to put my faith in him for this season once again. Hopefully pairing him up with Lenormand can help him improve a little bit more. But with this side, I am expecting top 4 football, and I'm also expecting us to win at least one piece of silverware this season. And speaking of European football, we are in the Europa League in Group G, joined by Club Brugge, Copenhagen and Panathinaikos. Now, realistically speaking, it should be us going through top of the table. No losses at all. Slightly disappointed we didn't go the entirety of the group stage undefeated. We did end up losing 1 out of the 6, but in fairness, we absolutely dominated this group. 15 points out of a possible 18. Closest team to us was Panathinaikos, who only got 8 points themselves, so realistically speaking, we did have a good run in this group. And in the Premier League, not only are we top 6, not only are we top 4, we are first place in the Premier League at the midway point this season. That is a hell of an achievement. We are beating the likes of Man City, Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea to that spot. Speaking of Chelsea, why the hell are you 13th? We haven't done anything in that transfer window purely because we haven't been able to, purely for the fact that we've got hardly any money left from the first transfer window and obviously renewing players' contracts as such. But realistically speaking, this season we couldn't have added anybody else to this team that would have improved it anyways. I think the next thing that we are going to have to do though is bring in another fullback. Alex Telles is 33. He will dwindle in overall pretty soon. But if I'm being honest right now, guys, we are definitely in contention to win the Europa League. The strength that this team has got right now, there's no reason why we can't go all the way. Boys and girls, we have officially done it. We are broken into the top 4 at the end of this season. We have finally done it. We are into the Champions League at long last next season. Thank God for goal difference, man. Meanwhile, it was Newcastle United of all teams to win the FA Cup. Yeah, no. Sevilla won the Conference League. We did secure ourselves some silverware this season as well after beating AC Milan 2-1 in the Europa League final, which meant that regardless of where we finished in the Premier League, we were in the Champions League next season regardless. And it was Barcelona this time to win the Champions League. Stats-wise this season, it's pretty decent. Our front 4 definitely turned up. 22 goals and 10 assists for Reina, 22 goals for Bradshaw. Puedo had a decent freaking debut season, scoring 17 goals, 4 assists. Martinet got 28 goal contributions overall as well. Mickey van der Ven had a very impressive season this time, improving to 84 rated this season. This season has been an incredible W for us. We finished top 4. We did get Champions League football no matter what for next season after winning the Europa League. So hopefully with everything that we've managed to do this season, it's convinced the board to give us more money for next season. We can then start paying good money for good talent to fill in the weaknesses in the team. Jesus Christ, the board have been generous this season. We've been given just over 183 million to spend. Now the front 4 I'm going to leave alone. They did a job for us last season. They can do it just as well this season in my opinion. I think this season is the season we say goodbye to Paredes. He's 32 years old, 84 rated. I think I'd be a bit daft not to sell him on at this point. Definitely going to get another fullback in place of Telles. He's 81 rated at 33 years old. He's just going to dwindle in overall as the season progresses, so it is time to get an upgrade in the fullback department. I think Lenormand and Van der Ven are going to be left alone this season. They both improved pretty well last season, so I'm hoping they can do the same this season, and I might get myself a better keeper than Kepa. And we do start this transfer window off by letting go of Leandro Paredes for 43.2 million. And replacing Paredes, we have picked up Wilfred Ndidi for 61.3 million. And for our fullback position, we have gone and brought Ben Chilwell for 75 million. And this is the new and improved Birmingham City after that transfer window has come to an end. The additions of Ndidi, Chilwell and Diogo Costa has certainly improved this squad. I'm not saying we're going to win the Champions League this season, but we've definitely got a good shot at doing pretty goddamn well in it. And speaking of the Champions League, we are in Group B, joined by Sporting, Inter Milan and Shakhtar Donetsk. Now, realistically speaking, it should be ourselves and Inter. I can't see Sporting having a better team than us. Well, Group B turned out to be pretty goddamn unpredictable. We did finish top of it with 11 points. Shakhtar Donetsk finished second with 9 points. Inter Milan finished third with 8 points. And then Sporting finished fourth. I'd have had it Inter Milan, us, Sporting, then Shakhtar. It's almost turned upside down on itself. But nevertheless, I don't care. We are through to the knockout stage of the Champions League. Who's our opponent? It's RB Leipzig. Okay, that could be proven to be quite a difficult game. And in the Premier League, there's all sorts of wrong with this. Arsenal are top of the league by freaking 8 points. Nah, I feel sick. We are top 6, don't get me wrong, but Arsenal being top of the league makes me sick to my stomach. Meanwhile, to begin this transfer window, we have sold Kepa for 18 million. Aside from selling Kepa, we didn't do anything in that transfer window purely because we just couldn't afford to bring anybody of value into the side. So this is how we got the team currently lining up for our very first season in the Champions League knockout stages. And I'm not going to lie to you, I reckon we're going to go pretty far. I reckon maybe the semi-finals, depending on who we get drawn against, of course. I think if we get drawn against PSG in the quarterfinals or something like that, we are definitely going to have our journey in the Champions League cut very short. But I guess we're going to have to wait and find out. By this point, we all know the drill when it comes to Leipzig's team. They've always got a pretty goddamn good team to run with. They've got the likes of Farias, Haidara, Almo. They've got Angelino, Baudo, Ben White, Simakan. They've got a very goddamn good team. But when you take a look at our team and compare it to theirs, we should realistically do them dirty here. So let's see if I am right. Let's see if we can get an advantage going into that second leg, and we do make it 3-2 on the first leg, getting us that all-important advantage going into the home leg. We are at St Andrews this time. We have got a 3-2 advantage going into this leg, but let's be honest, it's not over until the fat lady sings. So let's get this over and done with. Oh god, what? Oh, you are kidding me. Costa's injured. Are you shitting me right now? I genuinely didn't even notice that until just. That means that Perrin will be going in goal until further notice. But nevertheless, we are going to quick sim this game. And hopefully, the goalkeeper being out. Yes! Come on. 5-3 overall. 2-1 on the net. We are into the quarterfinals. Now, this is certainly an interesting situation we find ourselves in. We're up against Freiburg. And we've never actually come up against these guys in the Champions League. For that matter, in any European competition, I think. But the bad part is we've got Ndidi, Van de Ven and Costa out for this game as well. That's 3 of our best freaking players out on suspension or injury for this first leg. I'm not going to lie, guys. I can see this proper shagging us up the arse here. Nevertheless, we are going to quick sim this game and just quite frankly hope for the goddamn... Do you know what? That is a decent result. 3-3. We can definitely clinch this in the second leg. Thankfully, we do almost have our full strength starting 11 back. We've got Van de Ven back and Ndidi back in that starting 11, which is a massive goddamn bonus for us. Unfortunately, Costa is still injured. He will be out for another month or 2, I think, if I remember correctly. But nevertheless, surely to God, we can do this. It's Freiburg, for goodness sake. Let's get this over and done with. 3-3 overall on aggregate. And we make it 6-4 overall on aggregate. 3-1 on the night as well. We smash Freiburg and book our place in the semis. So this one I've got slightly mixed feelings about. We're up against European giants Liverpool. Now, when you come to think of it, Liverpool are an insanely good team. They're incredible. However, this season we've done the double over them. And on top of that, right now we are higher than them in the Premier League. So, realistically speaking, I'm actually quite confident going into this. So, with that being said, we are at home at St Andrews against Liverpool. Can we get in? I hate it when we do this. 1-1 it is. Reina makes it 1-0 in the 10th. Luis Diaz equalises in the 21st. It is literally all to play for in that second leg. So much is riding on this, guys. It all comes down to this. The second leg of the semi-finals against Liverpool. We are 1-1 on aggregate. Not to sound too much like Mark Owen right now, but literally, if we win, we're in the final. If we lose, we have to do this entire goddamn thing all over again next season. And that only depends if we get a Champions League finishing spot in the Premier League this season. And quite frankly speaking, I don't really want to leave it to that. So we are going to quick sim this game against all odds. Can Birmingham City boot their place in the finals? And we have done it! 4-3 overall, 3-2 on the goddamn night. Martinek in the 116th minute in extra time gets our place in that Champions League final. And on the 29th of May 2027, it will be Birmingham City versus Manchester City in the Champions League final. Not really looking forward to this one. Man City's team is always pretty disgusting to come up against, and I've got no doubt in my mind that this season is no goddamn different. But nevertheless, before we get into the game itself, we're going to see how we've done elsewhere this season. We did secure top 4 football. We did secure Champions League football for next season, but Arsenal won the freaking league. Nah, moving on. Leicester City won the FA Cup. Liverpool won the Carabao Cup. Lyon beat the Bottle Jobs to win the Europa Conference League, and it was Atletico Madrid who won the Europa League. Oh my god, Bradshaw turned up this season, didn't he? 42 goal contributions in 56 games. That's pretty goddamn good going. You got Giovanni Reina, 20 goals, 8 assists. You got Puedo, 16 goals, 11 assists. Pecunia, 12 goals, 8 assists. I'm so goddamn happy I've been able to keep him from day one to now. 86 rated. He's become such a damn good player, man. Milos Martinek, considering his overall, he has played absolutely terribly this season, only getting 22 goal contributions in 56 games for a 92 rated player. That's abysmal. And as I've already said, Man City's team is prone to be disgusting, and it's no different this time. Their only real weakness is Akai at the back, but other than that, they've got a pretty goddamn good team. That front three alone is enough to terrify anybody. But the good news is we do have our main keeper, Diogo Costa, back in between the sticks for this game. Thank God he came back from his injury in time. But nevertheless, guys, that's enough talking from me. It's time to get into the game itself. It is Birmingham City versus Manchester City at Sanderson Park in the Champions League final. We've already got him under the cosh here, guys. We're making them make mistakes. We're making them make mistakes. No, we're not there right now. We're off now. Oh, no, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't... Oh, what a save. Oh, my God. What a freaking save that was. Indeed, he's picked that ball up. Can we get it over? Shackleton is on the overlap. This is beautiful football. If we... Oh, no, we can't. Martinez against Van der Ven. I know I'm picking Van der Ven every day of the week. Let's pick the ball up on the right-hand side of this pitch. Oh, I'll tell you what, Shackleton, he's rapid Shackleton is. Holy shit. Oh my goodness gracious me. Why the hell did we just flump that? Oh my God, what a tackle. We have got Puedo on the ball on the left-hand side of this pitch. Rainer, can we find the 1-2? Yes, we can. Arujo's nowhere to be seen with Puedo. Puedo is free. He's got options. We're going to find one. We're going to... Oh, you have got to be joking me. You lucky sods. Martinek is going short with Rainer. Rainer, let's pick the ball up. Can we find anybody's head? Anybody? Oh, that was lucky. I'll be honest, that's lucky, but I don't care. We make it 1-0 in the first 20 minutes. That was a great ball from Rainer, to be fair. Little heel chop, back post, and somehow that absolutely diabolical header, really, makes it in. Uh-oh, no! Sod off, Man City! You literally have one attack and it goes in. I freaking hate career mode sometimes for that. Couldn't get near them. They literally made it impossible. We tackle them there, fall straight to a Man City player, and lo and behold, we concede. I'm telling you, man, career mode is as scripted as Ultimate Team when it wants to be. If this game wants you to concede, you are conceding. We pick the ball up with Rainer. Can we make something of this? Can we slide this straight through? For God, are you taking the piss? Oh my God, it's going to happen again. I can feel it. Oh, I'll tell you what, that is a great tackle. Oh, for goodness, no, not like this. Not like this. Get this freaking ball out now. Oh, I'll tell you what, if we'd have conceded like that, I would have been so annoyed. Man City are playing like absolute dickheads in this game. They're basically playing keep ball. Come on, let's hit them on the counter-attack. Let's hit them where it is. Let's hit them on the counter-attack. Rainer, he's got Akers Arumi here. He don't know what to do with it. There's no freaking options. I've got my instructions and tactics on as well, so it's not because of that. It's just my dickhead players don't want to freaking play. Right, indeedy. Can we spot anybody here? We can find Bacuna. Bacuna on his right foot. For God's sake, Edison, man, I hate him. I hate him. Chilwell's on the ball. He's deep inside Man City's off. He's going to have a pop. Oh, straight at the keeper. Indeedy. Can we send Puedo? Puedo is onside. Puedo's onside. Right, we can make this 2-1 here. Please don't mess that up. For God's sake, Puedo, have you messed that up? Oh, my God. 1-on-1, you've got to be scoring them. I don't care who you are. Puedo, man, you've just missed a golden opportunity to be the freaking hero. Ben Chilwell on the ball once again. He's been one of our better players in this game. First time Rainer, please. Hey, thank God for that. 82nd minute. Rainer makes it 2-1. Ben Chilwell, man, he's been one of our better players in this game, and he has just proven why. What a goal from Rainer as well. Jesus, man. Came right at the time that we needed it as well. Not long left in the game. We make it 2-1. It's pretty much ours to lose now. Van der Ven, cut back. Oh, what a... Oh, no. No, not like this. Not like this. Get out. Jeez, if we'd have conceded like that straight after, I would have been on the verge of freaking tears, man. Honest to God. We are in the dying embers of the game now, guys. We only have to hold on for a couple of more minutes before we can stake claim to being the best team in the world. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Birmingham City are officially the best team in the world. They have won the Champions League. Goals from Bradshaw and... Oh, hang on. I thought it was Rainer, but nevertheless, it was Bradshaw who got both goals to secure our place in history. Birmingham City have been so highly requested. I'm so glad I've been able to do it now for you guys. And speaking of, if you did go on to enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like, smash the hell out of that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on so you never miss a video that I upload. We are currently on the road to 5,000 subscribers. So that goal for this video is 300. If we could do that, that would be incredible. That is all from me. It's been your boy Gordon. I hope you guys have an absolutely incredible afternoon. And until next time, I will see you later.